Today I'm going to show you how to make 8 no-sew masks with double layer 100% cotton out of a man's large t-shirt. So you have to start by purchasing a man's large t-shirt that's 100% cotton, and you need a pair of scissors, and that is all you have to have. Although I will show you an option with additional accessory, but you don't have to. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start by cutting the straps. And I've already started cutting so that this video won't have to be too long. But you've got the hem at the bottom, and you want to cut off under the stitching on the hem to where you're cutting about half of the hem off. You just cut all the way across, and you'll cut all the way, and then you'll cut above the hem all the way across, and then you'll do 2 more about the same size, 2 more sections all the way across, and then set those aside. And so you would have 4 strips. I just have a big mess. Then you take your t-shirt and you're going to cut off the sleeves, because the sleeves are going to make another mask. So you're going to cut right on the shirt side, the trunk side, I guess, of the sleeve. So the hem or the seam is going with the sleeve, and you'll go through and you'll cut that off. And you don't even have to be perfect or anything. Just get it cut. These sleeves will become masks. I have one here. Here we go. On the sleeve, you take the hem side of the sleeve, and you're going to take those 2 of those strips. Actually, one of the strips. This is the stitched part of the hem, and then I cut it in half and looped it through and tied a slip knot, which we'll get to that, and that becomes a mask. And so you'll put it on your face, hooking it over your ears, although this little model of mine here has no ears that hold anything. And then if you don't like it hanging down, you can tuck it. And with a slip knot, it's going to be adjustable, so it's one size fits all. It's pretty great. So after you've cut off both sleeves and your bottom strip, the next step is that you're going to fold the bottom up to the armpit. So you're folding it in half that way. Sorry about my mess. And you're going to take and cut straight across at the armpit. And just leave that folded. And you're going to fold it in thirds. So this might take a little bit of maneuvering, but you're going to fold it so that this goes halfway across, and then that. Now see, this isn't perfect. So I can either have all different sizes of masks, or I can adjust until it's in thirds. And now I'm going to cut on all my fold lines. So start where I have just one fold line, and I stick the scissors in there and just cut. So I'm holding it tight and cutting the fold. Hope that makes sense. It kind of sticks on the other pieces, and I just adjust. So that's one set of folds. Now see, I have inside here, that's the fold where the t-shirt, the edges of the t-shirt, I don't have to cut that because that's okay. It's going to be a section Well, I thought I had one, but where the two of the layers. So now I'm going to flip this over, and I have another spot over here where I need to cut my fold. And it's getting caught again. It's just where the fabric kind of moves. Okay, and then I have these folds where I folded the shirt up. So I have to cut all three of those. I could do them one at a time. You cut. So there's 2 masks right there. That's going to make 4 and 6. And then the sleeves make 7 and 8. This, you could take this and, lay one on top. You could get a couple more masks out of here and get 10, or you can use it for more straps if you want them a little wider. But that's how you're going to cut your shirt up initially. These are some that I have already. So like here's one that's just, the 2 layers. You're going to take it because you want it to have the little slits in it. So to get that, I've got one where it's already in one side. What you do to get that, you have to do it on both sides. And you want to do, so the long side is the top and the bottom. The short sides are the left and the right. So you take a short side and you fold it over just maybe an inch, a little more than a finger's width. Enough that you're going to be able to cut little slits. And this does not have to be any perfect measurement, but I do over enough from the edge that it's not going to rip. And then I do about a finger's width apart. And it doesn't matter if there's the same number of slits on the 2 sides. It's very forgiving because it's just going to pull tight, make a little gather, and be fine. A perfectionist could go through and measure and mark if they want, but if you just want to get this done, then just get it done. So now I have these slits on both sides. The important thing is that you don't go, when I'm cutting, I didn't go all the way to the end. Then it would have been a fringe, not a slit. So then you're going to want to take your strips. So this is about the width of the shirt, right? When I cut those off, I ended up with 4 loops. You cut the 2 ends. These aren't fully cut off, but so you would have a loop and you just cut the end, just like I did the folds. So you cut it like that, and then you do the other end, and then you end up with one of these. So you take this and stretch it out and let go, and that's the strap. So you take this and you put it, so I've already done this side. I went in one side and out the other. If you can manage to have an even number of slits, then it'll start on the top and end on the top, but it really doesn't matter. So you go in and just push that through with your finger, then take your finger and push it through the other side, and you're going to do that all the way through. Okay. All right, so you get to the end and you just pull. Now you have a choice to make. You either tie them together this way so it'll fit over your ears, or you're going to tie them together this way to get one that's going to go over your head. And that's why I have this lovely lady assistant here to show you what I'm talking about. This one. This one, by the way, is not made out of t-shirt. It's 100% cotton fabric, and I used pinking shears that give it that zigzag edge, so it won't fall apart as fast as if I just cut a straight line. This is a knit, so it won't fray as much. This is a woven fabric, so the little threads will come off, but it should hold up for longer since it's been cut with that zigzag. Now, the way this goes on, and the schools suggested getting lanyards to clip onto the kids' masks, but this wouldn't need that because it's going to go over your head, and you wear it. You know, if you have to take it off for lunch, it's going to hang on. Get her hair out of the way. So it goes behind your neck, and then it's going to go over your head. Now, this one has the accessory I was talking about. This is like you just squeeze it and pull, and it fits different. So that's going to be great for all the different sizes in the family. I can't keep it out of her eyes, but you know, a real person can. You just squeeze and pull for a nice snug fit. And you know, you can like tuck it to make it more comfortable or whatever. So that, to get that kind of a fit, you would tie the bottom. The bottom can just be tied. You don't have any special kind of a knot. You just hold them together and then, you know, make a loop, push them both through, and pull it tight. That's not going to adjust or anything. That's just going to hold tight. If you want the other end to be adjustable, you're going to make a slip knot. So you're going to take one, and it's going to go around the other. So it goes around, you make a loop and push it through, just like tying shoes, right? And you pull that tight. And so that's just a very simple little loop around the other one. And so now the one that loops around creates the knot.